Okay, peeps, what's up? Okay, so remember this subwoofer right there? Remember that? Well, this was my Lightning Audio subwoofer. I basically removed the surround and the dust cap. The surround's here. Here's your Lightning Audio surround, or not surround, the dust cap. I'm gonna keep this because this thing's really cool. This thing is really, really neat. I'm gonna keep that because that's just cool. This thing is still very free moving. Well, there's a bit of scratching, but there's your voice coil and dual voice coil. This is the surround. It's your basic wide roll surround. Extra wide roll. If you look at the back, it's very wide roll. This sub blue. This is what it looks like with the surround on. This was it with the surround on. That's what it looked like with the surround on. But this sub blue, I'm gonna keep the surround for, I don't know, I just want to keep it. So, I went ahead to my local car audio / electronic store, and I picked up the awesome, amazing, nice and loud JL Audio. Wait, the box is upside or sideways. JL Audio 12-inch WXv2. This is a 200-watt subwoofer from JL. It sounds amazing. I recommend you go buy it if you're looking for a cheap sub. I paid $110 for this thing. Most real excursion in its class. How do you focus on this camera? Wow, this sucks. This camera doesn't have very good focus. Most real excursion in its class, louder bass, less distortion. This subwoofer can achieve a whopping 9.5 or 10 millimeters of peak-to-peak throw, which is amazing for a cheap subwoofer. For a budget subwoofer, that is some very good flex. 200 watts. What else do we have here? That's what it looks like. Side of the box. Just some, not instructions, but like specs on the subwoofer. Now, here's the fun part. The actual subwoofer. This subwoofer sounds clean. Here's what it looks like out of its box. Hang on. There. Here's what it looks like out of its box. There it is, baby. JL. You have your mica-filled polypropylene ribbed cone with a nice pattern in it. Huge dust cap. The JL Audio logo. The dust cap is actually pretty stiff. Like you can't push it in. Treated foam surround. Treated high excursion foam surround. That's thick. Nice and thick. And nice and wide. Really, really good amount of flex. Really good amount of flex. It's a bit damaged right there, only because I accidentally, as I was installing this, I accidentally pushed a drill bit into that part of the surround. It doesn't disturb the quality though. 4-inch L-shaped port. We basically built a box to JL Audio specs. It doesn't give any port noise, any notice, bleh, I hate it when I can't talk. Any noticeable port noise. So let's give you an Excursion video. I'm gonna play some tones here. Let's start with 20 hertz and then go down. Let's start with 20 hertz and then go down. Hang on, it's loading here. Oh, also another thing. This is how my setup is set up. I have dual subs. You might be thinking, what the hell is this box on top of the JL? Well, this is a Yorkville Pro Audio high Excursion 10-inch subwoofer. Not as high Excursion as the JL, but this does flex pretty good. Yep, it loaded. Okay, good. This thing has a 200 watt built-in amp, 200 watts for a 10-inch. Pretty good. This thing plays 50 hertz to 150 hertz. This thing will play 15 hertz to, I don't know the frequency response of this thing, but basically 50 hertz, probably 15 hertz, 15 hertz, 20 hertz. Then the mid-woofers right there, the big Yorkville Pros, those play 60 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So very good, very clean sounding. It's because if you're listening to rock, the bass guitar will mainly come out of the Yorkville, then the kick drums will come out of the bass kick drums will come out of the JL. So it's kind of like a dual bass type thing. Kind of like you know, a three-way speaker design where you have your woofer, your mid-range, and your tweeter. It's kind of the same thing. This acts as the subwoofer. This is the mid-woofer, or the mid-subwoofer. And then there's your mid-range, and then your tweeter up there. So, we're going to give you some Excursion using Audacity. We are going to start with a sine wave tone. Let's go 30 seconds of 20 hertz. And here we go. Shit. Okay, we're gonna loop this. Here we go. And my computer had to do that. My computer has this weird restart thing. Let's just play some rap. Let's play some Skrillex. Gonna be playing some Skrillex. And there you have it, guys. That was some Excursion on my JL sub. I'm gonna switch to a different song, let you actually see some Excursion, cause here we go. Dirty Vibe by Skrillex. Let's test the song out. There we go. And that was Dirty Vibe by Skrillex. Let's test out one more song.
I know what I
Yeah, this thing is supposed to be a car sub, but I'm using it in a home application. Like I said, guys, this sub sounds amazingly clean, especially when added to this, because this sub just completes the bass so well, because you can't really hear the mid bass all that well coming out of this sub. So that's why I added the Yorkville, just to fully complete the range of bass. This plays more of the mid, like the higher end bass, and this plays like the low end bass. Anywho, thanks for watching. Hang on. I have to... There. Sorry, I have to put the camera down and rearrange the subs. Anywho, has been a review of the JL Audio 12-inch WXv2. Sounds amazingly clean. And it has amazing excursion, very long throw. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.